All right, so this is going to be a reading for Sagittarius. And for the Sagittarius that I'm speaking to today, I'm seeing that you may have recently walked away from something or left something behind in order to put yourself first. And for some reason, I'm hearing that for some of you, this could be a child or like a younger person or energy in your life, or maybe they walked away from you. Um, that's not going to apply for everyone, but if it applies for you, then take what resonates. Um, I'm also seeing that whatever this was a move that you had to make to empower yourself, to put yourself first. And even as you're moving through this, you could be experiencing some grief, this feeling of maybe like waiting for someone else in your life to show up in a certain way, wondering if they're going to come towards you, waiting for them to come towards you and kind of express love or have some type of reconciliation or something like that. And there could be some grief over either that not happening or whatever put you in this place right now. But actually, overall, I'm seeing that this is for your greater good. So I'm going to dive deeper into this reading in a moment, but before I do, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and for receiving this reading. If you would like a personal reading, I do offer them down below. You can email me from the description box. And if you would like to lend your energy to the channel in such a way that allows me to manifest messages that align more deeply with you, you can like and subscribe. But anyway, Sagittarius, so I'm seeing here that you're actually very much on your path. You're really moving towards something that is meant for you. This could be a part of your spiritual journey, but there could be something that you're struggling with even as you kind of move towards whatever you're meant to. I don't know exactly yet what it is that you're struggling with. I'm hearing for some of you it could be the unknown, but I'm going to clarify that in a second. And then ultimately, I see that your higher self is kind of telling you to relax, that everything's going to be okay, and that you're actually going to receive what it is that you want. Now, with the Six of Cups coming out here, that's a card about past lives. And the oracle cards that you have today are past lives, experiencing, and integration. So there could be some type of karmic energy that you've been working through and that maybe you're leaving behind now in order to progress into the next phase of your life. And this could be something that you carried over from a past life, or there could just be something going on right now that you're experiencing and that you're integrating into your sense of self that you've actually been working through for several lives. So especially for those of you who feel like you're going through something very intense or you're going through a spiritual lesson, there's definitely a message here that this is actually something that you're meant to be experiencing and that your soul could have called to experience even before you were born. And there's an echo here. What you're experiencing now actually relates to something that you experienced before on a spiritual level. So very deep, interesting reading here. We're going to dive into the recent past to see what else is going on and what you need to know. Yeah, so there was something here that happened that could have been really triggering or upsetting for you, and then it's like I see you trying to heal this thing, and it comes through as a really sudden change, as a tower moment. So some type of foundation or something that maybe you relied on kind of fell apart and made you pretty upset. And there's something within that I see you working on healing and then kind of moving forward from that. And there's a sense of acceptance of like, I just have to move on from this for my greater good, and just feel my way through it and kind of learn to be okay with this in some way. And it does come through as something that was very difficult for you, but that ultimately you may have manifested so that you could learn something here. This could have something to do with a partnership, or something that you were working on that kind of came in very suddenly. It could be that you left something behind and that as soon as you left that behind, something else came in that would be more supportive to your energy. As a result of this experience, I do see you being pretty guarded towards things that might come towards you. So other people, other energies, other experiences. There's definitely this feeling of leveling up through whatever this was that kind of came apart. But ultimately, as you kind of integrated the lessons and as you repaired, you actually ended up being stronger because of it. And as a result, you're not just letting everything into your life. There could be a feeling of reflecting, of being like, how did I get myself into this situation? Or what is it that I'm allowing to be around me? The magician keeps coming out a bunch of times here. So this could be something that you've manifested or that you're manifesting for yourself. Um, and so there could be some deep soul recognition of that. There also could just be things that on the human level you sort of struggle with within that. But I do see you moving towards some type of commitment. There could have been a change for the better and some commitment that you have. I'm seeing a friend group or a group of three, or even something maybe in the workplace that was really stressing you out and felt really difficult suddenly becomes a lot better. So if you haven't experienced this yet, you may experience it soon. But for many of you, I'm seeing this could have just happened within the past few days, or even today as you're receiving this message. And now you're kind of moving through the shift, and it's a positive shift. It's something that probably makes you feel a lot better in terms of the pace of your life. There's almost this feeling of you realizing like, oh, everything's okay. And as you come to that place, you're able to rest, you're able to feel a sense of relief. And from that place, a lot of empowerment of forward movement of, I'm getting the sense that you've tied up some loose ends or that you don't have to be worried about anything outstanding here. It's almost like you've done your karmic duty, I'm hearing, of closing out a cycle in a way that feels good for everyone involved. And from that, I see you getting a lot of relief, especially if there was an energy that was super conflicting. I see that shifting for the better for you. And part of it actually comes from you demanding to be treated the way that you need to be treated. So many of you have already done this because I'm seeing it in the recent past. Others of you are in the process of learning how to do that. And the more that you ask people to meet your standards, the more they actually do that. There's a lot of healing over wounding, whatever wounding it was that made you really guarded. And this could be even a wound that occurred in a past life that then came up for you again in this life that now is finally being healed after a lot of time. And it could have even drawn your attention to maybe a wound that isn't healed yet, that needs more time under the sun or needs time being cared for so that you can start to feel a lot better. Your higher self is telling you to relax. In the near future, your higher self is very present. We have a lot of restful, pensive energy and also an energy of being able to receive. Wow, Pisces could be very significant for you because we have the moon and the high priestess. If that doesn't apply for you, then don't take it. But there's something there with a very powerful spiritual energy that comes from sort of deep within you. Or maybe even deep within someone else. And it's almost like there's something here that's very powerful but is yet to be revealed for you. And you do know it in your intuition. You do know it on a higher self level, but it's not coming through as conscious yet. But that's okay because you do know it in your gut. You do know it in your higher self. And so it's almost like you're able to relax because you have this feeling of almost being protected, of like, this could be spirit guides around you. There's some energy around you that isn't seen, but it is felt, that makes you feel confident, that makes you feel cared for. It's like you have this spiritual energy around you that's protecting you, that's rooting for you. I'm getting goosebumps in my arms as I say this. So there's an energy here of something or someone that really has your back. And it's almost like you have this spiritual partner in the universe, which I think was a theme in a past reading. Very deep, spiritually powerful reading. There also may be this feeling of you knowing deep down that something is coming, something really positive. But again, it's almost like it's deeply personal to you. It's not something you're necessarily going to be able to put into words or discuss with someone else. It's something that you kind of know on a deep level. And the reason that I think you know this is because you've actually been in this manifestation process for several lifetimes. And as you, kind of clear up any karmic blocks, you sense this thing coming closer and closer to you. So very interesting. And it's almost like as you start to rest and as you start to release any resistance that you had, because I'm seeing that any resistance that you did have came from some type of wound that you've been healing for a very long time. And as soon as you start to close out that cycle of healing, you also start to bring your manifestation closer and closer to you. And it's like you may be getting these downloads, or you may just be receiving a lot of care and support from different places in your life that really enables you to connect deeply with whatever it is that's out there that's trying to give you something. Because there's some type of gift that I see you receiving from the universe, and it's almost like everything had to be perfectly aligned for this gift to show up in your life. And as you worked through your past lives and integrated your experiences, it's like you also become more aligned with the universe and more aligned with your higher self and what it is that you're meant to receive. So you're very in flow here, and not just in flow with the universe, but in flow with yourself. And it's almost like something really clicks into place, and you start to really feel and experience what it is that brings you joy. Who are you in your soul? How is it that you feel your own personal spark? And what does that actually mean for you? And so I'm just seeing so much alignment for you that actually comes through some type of difficult emotional process that I really see you resolving. And it comes through being quite still. Wow, there's some type of spiritual union that's coming in here, some type of partnership, and you don't even see it coming. So this could come in the form of like a literal person, but for many of you, again, I'm seeing it as like a collection of energy, like delivered to your doorstep by the universe, and it's going to feel, again, goosebumps in my arms, like it's going to feel with the Lover's card like it's a connection or a connecting point in your life that is divinely guided. I usually don't clarify the advice from the universe, but I just want to see what else we can get about this energy that's coming towards you. You're moving towards it. All you have to do is keep going. This Eight of Cups energy came out in the recent past. Whenever you left behind what it was that wasn't serving you, and a sort of immature energy or an energy that wasn't really on your level, it's like as soon as you decided to close out that energy in your life, it's like you immediately like turned the key and unlocked like this vehicle towards the rest of your life. And so with the Fool card at the bottom here, Spirit's really saying like keep going, like don't be afraid to take a leap of faith and to step into the unknown, because the further you go, the more you're going to unlock whatever this spiritual partnership is for you, whatever these gifts from the universe are. And it's going to look different for everyone. So it's going to be deeply aligned with your spirit and your soul. And it may not look the same as someone else who's connecting to this reading, because it's about your personal spiritual process. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that this helps. I hope that this resonates, and I'll see you next time.